This is video 36 of 101. This video is about herbs. Today's video is going to be about herbs and other flavors, some vegetables that kind of fall into a gray area that we consider more of flavor components rather than like a main component to a vegetable dish. So today I'm really excited to talk about herbs because they pack so much nutrients in them actually, and they are an incredible way to add even more fresh flavor to your dishes. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the different kinds of herbs and flavors, how you can use them in different recipes, and how you can embrace them in your lifestyle. So one thing I really want to mention before we talk about the different herbs and flavors that are out there is that these not only just add flavor to your diet, but they also add incredible complex nutrients to your diet as well. Because maybe you're not ingesting a whole ton of them and it's just adding a little bit of flavor, but in those plants and in those herbs, there are so many phytonutrients as well as vitamins and minerals. These herbs are actually incredible for enhancing our bodies by fighting diseases and strengthening our immunity. Just by adding little bits into our meals every single day, we can reap the benefits of these incredible plants. So there are so many different kinds of herbs. There's typically things like onions, shallots, garlic, ginger, but for this video I'm going to put them in all together with flavors. And so there are those vegetables there, and then there are the actual leafy herbs. Things like cilantro, parsley, basil, dill, oregano, etc. There are so many different varieties of herbs out there, and every single one has such a strong flavor and distinctive smell to it. The fact is that you only really need to add a little bit to all of your dishes to really enhance and bring out the flavors of everything else. It's kind of just like the last ingredient, and that's why I have it last here, because we have learned about all the different kinds of foods that you can create into different meals, but adding these different kinds of herbs and flavors is going to help complete your meals and just make the flavors so much stronger. Let's just break down a couple of them. Onions are incredible, and I highly recommend using onions pretty much whenever you're cooking because they just add a really nice aroma, first of all, to the cooking, but also a nice complexity that helps to just add a little bit of sweetness to your meal that can help balance out some spices. Another really great one is garlic, which just adds a ton of flavor to whatever you're cooking. It can be a very nice, comforting feeling as well. Something garlicky is just delicious, and it has also as well an incredible smell. As well, jalapenos are awesome to add to pretty much everything. I love adding jalapenos, and I've just started to discover them because I find that when you actually do it properly, it's not an overwhelming spiciness, it's just an incredible flavor that can be added that's like a nice kind of spicy sweet. It is really great. I highly recommend the guacamole from Chipotle or even making your own at home because it has this core jalapeno element that just takes it to the next level. So then we get into the leafy herbs like cilantro, parsley, oregano, basil, and these herbs come from all over the world, and it's really exciting because they help to bring these different flavors of the world into our own kitchens. I'm going to link tons of recipes down below so you guys can find some inspiration for using fresh herbs in your kitchen. My favorite fresh herb is cilantro. I love to add it to any kind of guacamoles or burritos or pretty much everything. In fact, I've got my cilantro plant right here because one of the best ways to indulge in fresh herbs is to grow them yourself. So these are truly fresh. Oh, that is such a great smell. I got these at my local farmer's market and I've been watering them every day. I'm so excited to start picking them off because essentially I think the best way to enjoy herbs, because they're such a small plant that you can have so much of it in such a small area, it's extremely easy for you to grow herbs in your own house, in your kitchens, and then that herb is fresh whenever you need it. Problem I run into when I go to the grocery store is I'm going to the grocery store to buy herbs so I can use it into recipe. I'm probably going to need like that much herb, but if I go to the grocery store I could buy this whole thing in a fully grown stack. However, when I get home, I'm only using a little bit of that, and yeah, I can leave it in some water so it lasts longer in my fridge, but typically, a lot of it's going to go to waste because I'm not using all of it at a time, and they're very fragile, like they deteriorate quite quickly. So this is the solution, is to grow your own. So you don't need to keep them fresh, they just are, and when you need them, you just get to cut off the little bits that you need. You don't have to go to the grocery store and buy this huge bundle. You can just grab a little bit off your herb plant. How incredible is that? These herbs are actually really easy to grow as well. They just need a bit of sunlight, keeping the soil moist as well. I'm going to link some gardening tips down below for growing your own herbs in your kitchen. As long as you have a windowsill that gets some light, you can create herbs in your kitchen. And it is so satisfying to grow something and then to use it in your food. If you want to start getting into growing your food, I think herbs is the best place to start. You're going to find a lot of satisfaction and as well a lot of flavor.